Hello Aquarius, it is AD with kayxztarot and I'm going to be doing your 2019 yearly reading. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I truly appreciate it, you guys. A lot of stuff happened that was out of my control and it put me way farther behind schedule than I would have liked. But, you know, we're here and we're happy. So last but not least, my Aquarians, guys, do not forget to check out the description box below for any information that you would like regarding booking, personal readings, the cards I use, my Instagram, my SoundCloud, any information like that. And then also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I really appreciate everything that you've done for me this past year, and I hope to continue to grow and expand into 2019. All right, so let's see what's going on for you guys. Oh shoot, almost. So we had your energy fly out. So we have the star card fly out. So that's you guys, okay? So healing, all right? Healing. Really taking that time this year. Focusing on hope. What is it that you believe in? Faith. What is it that you want? How is it that you're going to get there? Yeah, and then look, we have even followed by Judgment and the Tower card. So, you know, big, major energy shifts that are happening for you this year. It could very well be but it's going to really get you to sit down and ask yourself, what do you want? What do you hope for? You know, it might be kind of out of your element because you guys are so logical, but, you know, have fun with your imagination sometimes, Aquarius, because y'all's is just as vast, you know, as Pisces, right? So the underlying energy we have going into this card is the Five of Cups, all right? Going into this year is the Five of Cups. So some disappointment, some regrets, looking back on something, longing for something that missed out. But with the Five of Cups, you can't cry over spilled milk. There's two opportunities that are right behind you, ready, you know, for you to take on. So don't get too caught up. Look, and then it was followed by the Devil. So some of you guys had to deal with, you know, it could have been a Capricorn, but for some of you guys, it's dealing with those addiction, those demons, those old habits, those poor choices in your relationships and how you connect with people, you know, dealing with those this year and looking back at it and being like, you know, can I make different choices, okay? So January, the Five of Pentacles, all right? February, Seven of Cups. March, Six of Cups. The Tower for May. April, Judgment. June, wow, the Moon. Look at all this major energy, guys. Wow, back to back, okay? July, the Page of Swords. August, the Queen of Pentacles. September, the Ten of Swords. October, the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, November, the Sun. That's beautiful. And then we have the Hierophant come December. All right, Aquarius. So big year. Again, a lot of major energy, a lot of major shifts that are happening. All right. You're really focusing on those habits. You're really focusing on those, you know, those wants, those needs, those desires. Okay. So starting in January, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling isolated, left out in the dark. Perhaps you chose to feel isolated, or you're isolating yourself, or other people have isolated themselves from you. Excuse me, sorry about that. But, you know, in this, whoever feels isolated, always remember, in front of the Five of behind these two lovely darlings that we have here, there is a church. So there's help, there's charity, all right? So if you feel like, you know, you're just down on your luck, always look around and see what resources you have available to help you, okay? Because it seems like coming in February, there's going to be a lot of options that present themselves, a lot of decisions. You're going to be very in your head. This could be, again, asking that question that I asked earlier. What is it that you want to yourself? Are you having that dialogue, that conversation? Or are you seeing what's in front of you now and dealing with the realities? Because Aquarius can sometimes get into their own fantasy world of, you know, freedom and righteousness and, you know, humanitarian humanitarianism and philanthropy and all that good stuff, and it's not real. You know, they can look around and see that they themselves have built this castle in the sky that has come crumbling down, okay? And so, not to be dramatic, but it's just like, have fun, but don't be overwhelmed. There's an overwhelming quality that I'm getting from this, because you don't know what to do with yourself. You feel left out, isolated, and alone, right? But we seem like in March, we have the Six of Cups here, so nostalgia, so maybe even building old relationships with old friends, trying to get back to yourself, okay? You feel this need to get back to who you are, to go backwards, alright? We go from the 7 to the 6, so there's a need to go backwards when you're overwhelmed. You could find comfort in your mother and your father, you know, just in people who've known you over an extended period of time to help ground you, you know, as far as what's happening, you know, especially if you're dealing with the devil energy, okay? Especially if you're dealing with the 5 of Cups and coming out of isolation, a deep period of isolation, okay? But we move into the Tower in April. So something happens, something sudden, all right? But this thing that happens that's sudden, it tears down these structures to build something new, Aquarius. And I mean, it's followed up right by the Judgment card. So what is it that is revealed by this structure that's being knocked down? Now it's time to look and to what did we learn, what we learn, okay? That is that card, right? With this Judgment card following right behind it. So, you know, your springtime this year could be a little wonky as far as those lessons, but it seems like some of you guys are really going to have to confront reality, like in a really kind of dramatic kind of way, all right? And some of you guys could certainly be retreating into yourself with the Moon card come June, and this is Cancerian card and Pisces card, and this is Cancer season too, June also. So, you know, you're dealing with that subconscious, you're dealing with that hidden realm. Some of you guys are going to be having some pretty dark days of the soul. Because, and I feel like this is something that's necessary. I feel like a lot of Aquarians have just gone through the motions and haven't really dealt with anything truly. You know, they've kind of thought around these issues, or they thought around a problem, but they never dealt with it. Do you understand what I'm saying, Aquarius? Okay, so now you're going to have to deal with it. With these 3 major cards, you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting out of this one. You're not out thinking your way out of that one. You have to deal with it. The universe is like, come check me, boo. And you're being checked, because look, in July we have the Page of Swords. So this is your energy right here, Aquarius, you know, Libra, Gemini also. But you know, this is gathering information to get the conclusions that you want. Now what information that you're gathering, I don't know. Hopefully it's to pursue your dream. Hopefully it's to go after what you want. Hopefully it is to open up, you know, but some of you guys could just be looking into something, you know, gathering information. There's also a card of spying, so you yourself could be spied on, or you could be spying on someone else. You know, the energies can go either way. But, you know, with this, it just seems like after all of this, you know, you want to take this knowledge and put it somewhere. Now, be careful where you're putting it, because the Page of Swords is kind of reckless. You know, it's one of the more reckless of the pages, because it's wielding a sword and it just picked it up. And the sword could be a little bit too heavy, right? So be careful how you're communicating in this time, especially if you're coming out of a Tower moment to the Moon. I mean, wow, like this is a huge transformative experience. This is nothing to be, you know, lost in translation how major this is, Aquarius. Okay, so the fact that you come out of this as a page is very fascinating to me. But it moves into the Queen of Pentacles, so you still come back and you sit on a throne of some sorts, right, with this Queen of Pentacles. So this is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. But most importantly to me, it's self-love. After all of this, you go into yourself and you nurture yourself and you help, and you know, you come out. This is you, to me, sucking your thumb, like, because you've earned it through these major changes. You know, you're just in that, you're with childhood comforts, childhood blankets, you're warm, you're toasty, you know, you're making sure that, you know, the weather's changing here. This is August, okay, so it's still the summertime, but it can start getting a little chilly. But you're really focusing on loving yourself as you're closing out this final painful cycle with this Ten of Swords here, okay? And once you close out this cycle, Aquarius, because you're going to want to close it out, and it's really just going to be, you know, putting it 6 feet under. just put it 6 feet under and call it dead and move on, because you move into this beautiful energy in October of the Six of Pentacles, of this giving and taking and that equilibrium and balance. All right, and so it starts making sense for you, Aquarius, after you close out this cycle. So the first half of this year, you know, over a little bit of half of this year, it's going to be real tough, real tough, but oh man, does it turn out to be beautiful with the sun coming here. In November, could be dealing with a Leo, but this is a huge, you know, let the sun shine, and you're really going to want to let the sun shine in and dance in it. You're going to be very equal. You're going to feel very equilibrium, all right? Because this is like the minor, you know, this is like the discount justice card. So it is karmic, it's balance, it's giving, receiving, and taking, and it just puts you in such a positive light, you know. So if you hang in there through this bullshit that happens, and it's going to be some bullshit, you guys are really going to be trying to pull your hair out, but once you get through that, I mean, what a beautiful ending to a really tough year. All right, you earned it, okay? Because the Hierophant we have in December, and this is tradition, hierarchy, you know, seeking good counsel, coming out wiser, being a leadership. This could be you assuming this role. You know, he's sage. He's like, I'm sage now. People are coming to you and be like, wow, I can't believe that you went through all that, and now look at you. You know, people are going to be admiring you. But this is a tough year. I'm going to be honest, it's a tough year. You know, this chapter is not going to get here soon enough, but this is going to be a pretty tough year for you guys. And I feel like you know that already, especially with January being the Five of Pentacles. I feel like the new news to you in this reading is it turns out okay. I feel like you already knew that it was going to be a little bit shaky. Okay. Oracle. Seven. And so let's take the significance of the number 7. You know, the world is made in 7 days. You know, this is the completion of like a cycle, a completion of doing a task, right? And so that is what's happening. This is certainly completion. You know, it's a new day. You're rising, you're putting something to rest with this moon card here, and then on the horizon comes the sun. So, you know, we have the sun. So look at how happy this is. Look at how happy this reading actually is. This is a very positive reading. Look, we go from the moon. Oops. We go from the moon to the sun. I mean, this is a really positive reading. It just seems like it's not, because it's just, these are just the dramatic, these are just the dark parts of that journey, but these are the parts of the journey that truly make it worth it, Aquarius. So if you can just hang in there and just, you know, remain grounded, remain as grounded as you can, remain spiritual, remain faithful, you can get through it, and you'll be able to look at it towards the end of this year and just be like, wow, I can't believe I did that, but I'm such a stronger person for it, and it'll really set you up for such a beautiful 2020 and next 20-year cycle. All right, Aquarius, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, thank you guys for your patience. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, and I will see you soon. Peace.